Are you where you want to be? Are you in this place of fulfillment, of alignment that you came here to experience, that you came here to live moment to moment? Or are you there still chasing? Are you there still doing the same thing, having these temporary highs, and then going back to the same, just, burnt outness, the same exhaustion, the same concerns, the same thoughts? I just had several clients finishing their journey with me. Some people had one-on-one sessions that were like, oh my God, this was life-changing. And then some clients had a finishing of a 3-month journey and feeling those, the contrast, feeling how they came with this, things owning them, overthinking, with striving, not being carried by life, not ease, but this isn't good enough, that this needs fixing. And we often come to this place where we are just tired, and we're tired of nothing's working. We're tired of nothing working. We're tired of nothing being enough. And I was in this place. For me, it ended up in depression and not wanting to be here anymore. Seemingly everything's beautiful on the outside. Everything's perfect. What more could I want? And I was so miserable. The client that I just finished a session with, same thing. It's like, well, seemingly I have it all. Tried all these things to numb myself earlier in my life. Tried, the partying, the drugs, the everything, the family, and just still in this hamster wheel and this being burnt out, and something has to change. And oh my God, it has for this person. For this client that I just finished working with, they're like, I'm not owned by these things anymore. Like, even people around me notice, like, you're different. You're more balanced. Like, what happened to you? This ease is available to you. You actually came to experience this ease, but at some point in your life, you were taught out of it. So how do we get back to it? And I recently made a video, it's going to be somewhere over here, how to permanently remove subconscious blocks. That's going to, I don't want to repeat myself, so it's going to kind of give you a window into that. What I want to communicate here is that we often look for, boom, those results, right? And that's what we're used to. It's like, that's what we're sold, right? It's like, well, buy this thing and you're going to feel better, and do this thing once and you're going to feel amazing. It's not about the big thing. People often come to me and ask, those just like friends or acquaintances, like, okay, well, based on what you do, so like, what does that thing have to do? And I say, well, how about starting with just shifting your language? And they look at me like, I don't think that's going to do much. Taking away the shoulds and musts, for example, that's literally how I started. I took those words completely away out of my vocabulary. And they go, I don't think it's going to do much. Like, what's that big thing? And I asked them, so you're not willing to do the little thing, but you want that big thing, and you think you'd be willing to do that. It's not about the big thing. It's about the small, consistent results. And sometimes the big thing looks like, working with someone. For that client, they saw a video of mine. They're like, this just speaks to me. Like, I'm in. I don't exactly know what I'm signing up for, but like, my heart is just calling me to this. This is it. I'm doing this. And 3 months later, they're in a freaking different place entirely. That felt like a big thing. Like, look, something has to change. I'm exhausted. This is obviously not working. This is calling me. Let's do this. And that was a leap. So sometimes it is like this big thing. But this big thing is a container that includes every 2 weeks there's a session. That includes every week when there's no session, there's a check-in. That includes weekly showing up for yourself. Weekly creating that structure, changing your life, implementing those energetic shifts into your life. So even in that feels like a big leap. That transformation happens with small, consistent steps. What is that for you? And it may be very well taking the leap, and there's information below if you want to have a clarity call to see, is this right for me? The calls are absolutely free, by the way, to feel into if we're in alignment, if this kind of work is right for you, and what is that end result that you want to get to. It may be not that. It may be creating, and the importance of this container for yourself. Maybe you're just committing to something. You're committing to working out. You're committing to eating healthy. I personally right now, actually this month, this is my container to have no dairy products, because I've done this in the past and my intuition just skyrockets. Personally for me, when I do that, this isn't for everybody. That's just what my body needs. And this is my container of 1 month to remove these things. And the reason I do this is because for the subconscious, saying things like, I'm never going to eat dairy again, or I'm going to work out from now on, it's not sustainable. It's terrifying. It's like forever, and then we drop the ball. But when you create a container, maybe it's just 1 week, and then see if you like it another week, and then another week. You may not be ready for this big leap, but what does a smaller container look like for you? And by the way, for the women, if you want an idea for the smaller container, I have Manifest Like a Woman, a 5-day experience. The link is also going to be below, which is freaking phenomenal for women. Just 5 days of you tuning into your radiance, into your magnetism. That's really what it is, because I'm kind of giving some things away here. But manifesting like a woman implies magnetism. So, just containers, the power of that, because it's only in the container that transformation can happen. Make it easy for your mind. Don't push yourself. Don't struggle. There's an easier way to do that. So if you're in this place of, God, okay, well, obviously nothing's working. I'm at the exact same place, let's say, where I was a year ago, or I feel like there is something calling me, but seemingly I have everything and I'm still not happy. I'm still not in that place. Reach out for the clarity call so that we can tune into whether this is right for you and how I can support you further. And if you're not there yet, especially if you're a woman, ladies, the link is below for that Manifest Like a Woman starting May 13th, actually May 12th, because there's an intro in that's starting on a Sunday. So on this note, I thank you so much for going further. Because if you're watching this video, if you stumbled upon this channel, if this content pulled you in, if you attracted this video, that means you're there going for something greater. You're not settling. One of the powerful things that this client said was that it's right there, but you don't know that it's there. It's it's so close to you, that peace, that alignment, that presence, that you look right past it. And you get to this place of, wow, this is peace. I didn't even know that existed, to the point that you don't, and this was so true for me in my own journey, that when you get here, you don't realize how toxic that was. You thought you were doing well. I thought I was doing well in my life 5 years ago, and then everything just shifted. I thought I was doing great. I thought, I had the best relationship from everybody I know, and we're doing really well, and seemingly it's what do I have to complain about? While at the same time, your soul is this is not it. And listen to that. Because it's guiding you to something that you don't even know. And it takes trust to take that leap. Because you have no idea what happiness can actually look like. Because you have no idea what peace can actually look like. And I want to cry right now as I'm saying this, because I've experienced that. Of thinking oh no, this is great. And now looking back at my life 5 years ago and being oh my God, I was so freaking miserable. I didn't even know it. I thought I had it all figured out. And so much love and so much opening of my heart, of my life happened in the process. And this is literally what I'm guiding people through right now. So if your heart is calling you, reach out below, because how much longer are you going to waste time not being all that you came here to be, not being that most powerful, aligned, attuned, loving, expansive version of you. Many blessings.